Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I woke up this morning to see this TMZ article. There we go. Trying to get everything lined up here. So Jamie Foxx has made an appearance. Waves to fans on boat looking healthy in first public sighting. So here's the video. So you'll see a video, you don't hear from him or anything, you just hear people cheering.
It's our birthday!
So you've got people cheering on the side. It looks very staged to me. We'll look into this. I don't know. You just suddenly have people standing there cheering, and he's just standing there with his hand up like a royal something. He's doing the royal wave. He's holding his hand up. And it's far away. You don't hear him talking. You don't really see him up close. It's just him sitting there. So it says it seems to be his recovery seems to be going well. He's out in public. So it's a good sign, but it's not entirely convincing because he hasn't given an interview, he hasn't spoken. Yeah, what's going on here? Why this is like similar to the Damar Hamlin appearance where he's far away. I mean, you can't really tell what's going on with him. He's just sitting there. Um, can he walk? If you see him just sitting there, you can't tell how he's really doing, right? So is this just to appease the masses, to quiet them down? Hi, Lydia. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. I woke up first thing, I saw this coming published yesterday, and I'm like, what's going on with this? I have to ask. What is going on with this, really? So I use my golden Versailles here to see what we come up with, because I mean, this is so suspicious. I mean, they're dragging it out now. It could be dragging it out for attention. But he didn't go to his movie premiere in Miami, which is very suspicious for his own movie that he's producing, right? I believe. What is this about? What's really going on here? And they suddenly show him just sitting on a boat waving. Why don't they show him up close? Why isn't he talking? Why isn't he giving an interview? Why isn't he making a video on his Instagram? Let me just real quick check his Instagram page. I'm sure if he had an Instagram video, he would have heard, but let me just double check. Because he has an Instagram that he would post himself regularly, but he hasn't posted anything in months since the incident. You can see him, I am Jimmy Foxx page here. Let me see, I'll bring it up. Here. Let's double check this. Ooh. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling up his Instagram. Okay. Here it is. Ta-da! Okay, so I am Jamie Foxx, and the latest video appears to be this one. Is that him?
Deliver.
Okay, this was posted. This is him singing, but I don't know if I can get it up there. August 2022. So that's an old video. They seem to have deleted videos. Did they delete videos? No, they didn't delete this. How is it he has a video from August 2022? I guess they pinned that one. Okay, it must be pinned, I guess. The one before that is
Crazy. Everything.
this is his movie that he didn't show up to the premiere for. And this was posted June 13th of this year. So we don't know who posted this, his movie. So that's for his movie They Cloned Tyrone. So no, we haven't seen him. The last video we saw before his Okay, so that was the last video he posted before his incident. Where health incident here, and this was from April 6th. So now they have him back on a boat again, but he's not walking around, he's not standing at the rail waving, he's just sitting there, seemingly unable to move or get up, like be the situation, but he's just sitting there, the one leg up, one hand with a beer, but not drinking it, and just holding his hand up, waving, but very still, very stiff. He doesn't look so vibrant as he did in that first video. I mean, he's just sort of sitting there like that. He's not really moving much. Let me just real quick.
It's our birthday!
So he's not walking around, he's just sitting there. So it's really difficult to tell what the real situation is here. I mean, it could be just getting better, on the mend. At least he's alive, we can see, I think. I mean, from so far away. I mean, I guess I can't really tell for sure it's him, but they're claiming it's definitely him. So let's see what's going on. Why are they showing that? Obviously, they want to shut the public up because they know the vaccine injuries are through the roof, and they can't stand the idea of a very famous celebrity like him being so obviously injured by the death shots. They don't want that coming out. So let's see what's going on here. Why are they showing him like this on a boat? What's really going on? Let's see what we can find here. So first card, I get King of Swords. Sort of like him sitting there on the boat there. I don't know what his sun sign is. Yeah, King of Swords. Oh, Ten of Cups reversed. Seven of Coins. And the last card I get, the Empress. So, yeah. So obviously they want to show him looking good, but to make the unhappy public turnarounds, this is the unhappy public here, people with an outpouring of sympathy and concern. Seven of Coins, work related, work backing here. I see this as this could be seen as he's a creative artist, is the powerful major arcana here at the end. Obviously his daughters were there. There's a woman sitting there. I'm sure they were around surrounding this, and also his work. I see his work related influence here. So I think that his Hollywood handlers and whatnot wanted it to make it appear like influencing him to come out to try to make people happy, try to appease the public here. They're concerned, obviously, that they want to make it appear like everything is fine and he's well taken care of and nothing to see here. But they're still keeping him far away. They're being clever here. The King of Swords are like being clever, coming up with the scheme here. Lawyers are represented by that, as well as, the powers that be that do all this. But how is he doing? Let me see. I want to use Let me use another deck here. Still getting comfortable with the Marseille, so they're like, don't look at his health. This is like a health card. All the women, I think that was for the women mainly, all those female fans too. She's sort of looking away. They're like, don't bother looking at it too close. Don't analyze too closely. Okay, Seven of Coins is like analyzing and studying and the health of someone or whatever you're analyzing. And they want the women to look away. They're like, don't look at his health too closely. Just, everything's fine. It's like entertainment. They're like, everything's fine. Look the other way. Now you see him on the boat. Everything's okay now. You can move on with something else. You don't have to worry about Jamie anymore. How is he really doing? So this was, I'm asking what generally is going on here, and it's to appease the unhappy public and to shut them up because everybody's talking and analyzing when thinking that what they think happened to his health. And they're trying to say, don't bother looking, everything's fine. Nothing to see here. They created like the scenario of him sitting on his boat because that was the last video he posted was him sitting on his boat, right? So how is his health really doing? I mean, it's far away. Wasn't talking. He wasn't moving. He wasn't walking. In the last video he posted, he was walking on the boat, walking across the deck there. He's obviously can handle walking on a moving boat. But there they had him sitting there and he looked limp. He didn't look, he wasn't like actively sitting there. He wasn't moving around, shifting his weight around or turning around, and he wasn't energetic. He looked lethargic. He just looked staid, really. It looked like he was acting. He's an actor, so he could just be acting, right? That he's okay. But he didn't have energy. He lacked energy. He wasn't walking around. He wasn't moving around. Wasn't saying anything. You watched the video of lady describing terrible things she was experienced, but looked great on the video. Uh-huh. Yeah, 'cause it's all internal. The damage is behind, right? Yeah. So some people you can't see any damage from the outside, but they're tormented inside, right? They're neurological because it attacks the nervous system, from what I hear, because these are nanotechnologies from what I hear. Anyways, how's Jamie Foxx really doing? How is he really doing? He didn't really look good to me. He didn't look 100%. He he may have looked okay on the outside, but like you said, you can't tell, right? Especially from far away. From that distance, you couldn't see or hear. He wasn't really moving around. He wasn't walking around. It looked very staged to me. Still very suspicious. Suspicious. I mean, he should be sitting down for an interview if he's really back and okay and doing well. Mark Hamlin did it, right? But some people say it was CGI or something. I don't know. Knows with AI, you can't trust anything nowadays in video pictures. Let's see, how is he really doing? Let's see what we can get from the cards. So, first card I get, Magician. Using his will here to improve. Very positive. Uh-oh, Justice reversed. Criminal elements there, influencing a situation. Ooh, look at that. See, they're trying to portray him as everything's okay. Here he is gliding by. Here's the hero. Everyone's cheering in the video in the background. Yay, it's Jamie. It's not the way it's really going on. It's appearing that way, but it's not the truth. Uh-uh. Seven of Cups reversed. So I'm asking how he's really doing, and all in all, I guess, he's getting all kinds of medications and, help here to improve him. They're working very hard. He's working hard to improve his health. He's a very strong person. He was in excellent health from what I gather before this incident, right? He's starring in movies, producing movies, doing this, doing that. He's very active, very healthy. He's 55 years old though, and these injections are especially for people in their 50s. A lot of people in their 50s dying the past couple of years. I don't have statistics, but it seems to me like that age group really, if you look from the charts I saw, I think Edward Dowd charts as well as others, if you look at the worst hit were the 50 somethings. Now, of course, that could be going for all age groups, but Things are not as they appear. There's some criminal activity here. This is not right. This is not the truth. This is being distorted, and the world is being told a lie by the criminals, as we're being lied to all over the place about everything, pretty much. And this is a facade. It's not real. It's not as it appears. They want you to think, because he's like the hero here. Everybody wants to see, and of course, everyone wants to see him doing well. But we're being fed a pack of lies here, I think, by a bunch of criminals. Criminal group behind him, large group, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good. He's got a lot of problems. I see this as, um, he had all this going for him before this happened, and now it's like all slipping through his fingers. It's all just poof, all slipped out of his hands. He's a shadow of himself. I don't think he's all there. I think he's heavily medicated. I think that it's like, when people they're on a lot of medications, it's like they're not themselves anymore. It's like they don't really know where they are or what's going on. They're like a different person almost because they're so out of it. He's out of it. This card is like you're out of it. You're in la la land, but not in a good way, in a drug induced, medicated uh way, because he's a star, right? He's got the yacht, he's got the movie career, he's got this Hollywood life of luxury and everything you want. I mean, could have anything and everything he wanted, right? He's on top of the world, and all it's just falling down, falling apart. It's all a facade too, as well. It's Hollywood, it's fantasy, it's also quite evil, actually, as we know. Um, So right now he's confused. He is not as well as they're trying to portray him as. He's struggling. He wants to get back in the game. He wants to get back to his old life. Who wouldn't? He has a fabulous life. But it's not happening right now. He's still being taken care of and being he's not back. He's not his health is not 100% back. He's there though, like he's a strong, healthy individual, but he's struggling and dealing with a lot of issues here, I think. I don't think he's back. This is all just a show. I don't believe that I don't believe they're doing this simply to tease it out. I mean, he's getting a lot of publicity with it, and this is publicity as well. They're milking it for publicity, getting publicity, but it's a lie. I'm getting that it's a lie. It's not as it appears. Very Hollywood of them. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Mm. I think that if they saw him up close, he didn't look 100%. I mean, he's sitting there. He looks very lacking energy, just sort of sitting there like a lump on a log. And the hand, I mean, it does not convincing. You can see he's got a way to go. He's got a way to go. He's still healing. I mean, if you have a stroke, it takes months and months of healing to work on it, and you might never come back 100%. So, but they want to appease the public. They want to, because they know everyone's upset. They're trying to cover it. Look how they cover things up. It's unbelievable how this has all been covered up. You see the powers that ought not be um, covering all these incidents up. I mean, for such a high-profile person, they're just gonna think everybody's such idiots, gonna fall for everything. I mean, it's just unbelievable to me. So evil, so evil. What else could I ask? Yeah, strangely, you notice a lot of elites getting sick. Yeah, they poison each other too. I mean, it's really shocking that they would poison someone so high profile, but they've done it to so many, like Celine Dion. I mean, Madonna's fighting something now, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but covered up in lawyers and waves. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, he's totally controlled by a criminal cabal here. They've they're like holding up like Weekend at Bernie's, holding him up there. It didn't look right. It didn't look he didn't look like he was really back like he did. And it's so obvious they did that because of his last video was on a boat. They want to make it seem like, see, he's still here, he's doing the same. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Had Adrian Crowe, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but that I'm very suspicious. And let me see. And it's very the secrecy and the way they've been obscuring the opacity. He's been in a hospital for stroke victims for the past few months. Yes, can you say it is what it is? Um, yeah, elites were given bad batches. Yeah, elites were. They really just put it out there and just you know, took their chances. Russian roulette, it seems. They don't seem to care. They're evil. They're demonic. These Bill Gates and Fauci, they're all possessed, in my opinion. Yeah. So I'm not really sure what else to ask about this. I think that's. Let me see. Are people really going to buy this video? I don't think I'm the only one who's suspicious of this because, like I said, it's just like the Damar Hamlin thing. It's like, this suspicious video of him far away and you can't talk to him. I'm surprised he wasn't wearing a mask. I guess they got him up enough to sit there. Who knows? He could have had some kind of. Oh, look at this. King of Cups reverse just popped out. Again, the idea of him traveling, but it's not as it appears. It's very deceptive. What was I gonna ask? How are the demonic elites behind his vaccine injury? I think it's a vaccine injury. Uh-huh. So they don't want people getting really upset about it. They're trying to control, because I get it back to they're trying to control the people's emotions on this. They know that if the eruption that'll occur and people wake up to what's really, most people are though already, but they don't want, they're trying to control the people upset about him. Let me see. What are the elites not afraid of here? They don't want us waking up too soon. A lot of people are already awake, but they're trying to keep the people who are asleep. And I kind of get this card too. It's like this is like sleeping. They want to keep you asleep there. They want to keep you in Lala under mind control. They want to keep the mind control people. But where where the elite predators, the global predators, what are they trying to accomplish with this with Jamie Foxx? What are they trying to accomplish here? Let's see. Ten of Swords. They want to kill as many as they can with these shots. It's a culling. They are fat, happy, arrogant, like Bill Gates. Like, oh, I got some mosquitoes for you. If we can't get you with the, you know what's, we'll get you the mosquitoes. They want to remain in power, control everything. Ooh, things out of control. Two sides here, trying to balance everything, trying to keep things going in a coordinated fashion. Page of Swords, telling lies and lies. They love lying. They love putting out misinformation. They love censoring, especially on Facebook. Yeah. So on the one hand, they do love getting people the controversy and getting people off center. Is it happening? Is it not happening? Is he okay? Is he not okay? Getting this sort of dance here, like getting people debating it and getting people wondering. As long as they're in control of everything, of the social media, And as long as they can censor you and deplatform you if they don't like what you're saying, as long as they get to keep it, they want to keep on with their killing on because they got more killings they want to do. Yeah, they got a lot more murders they want to commit, a lot more genocide. They want to bring the population down to 500,000. So they're still very confident that they can control everything in the narrative. That's what they're doing with Jamie Foxx right now. But, they have to respond quickly to whoever drops next and figure out what they're going to do. It's like sort of gets out of control. They have to rein it back in. So, of course, what do? Like Satan, they just lie and lie and lie and uh, cause, more upsets, more one lie after another, more saying, take that. All very underhanded. And of course, they have censorship on their side. So, very nasty and very this constant misinformation that they put out. Just like Harry and Meghan, they accuse us of misinformation when they're the ones spreading misinformation, and just like the government as well, they spread the misinformation, but they want to be in control of social media platforms to stop your disinformation, what they call disinformation. It's like all a mind f. But they still feel the globalists are still on their agenda of they're culling, you know. They don't care. They want everybody dead. Makes vids unwatchable. Uh-huh. Yeah, all the ads. Uh-huh. 15-minute commercials and everything from YouTube. Wow. Now you only get 15-minute commercials if you're not in your account. When you're outside of your YouTube account, like on another browser, then you get these long videos because they're encouraging you or forcing you, funneling you into they want you to watch all your videos in your YouTube account. So if you're in your account, then it should only be at most like a minute or two. But if you're outside of YouTube and you're not signed into your account, then they'll give you like this 20-minute commercial. So I think that's what I've experienced anyway. So I think that's what you're experiencing. So you should not be running into 15-minute uh, commercials on if you're in your account. I would complain about that because that's ridiculous. That's longer than most videos. Yeah, exactly. I'll do one more. I'm gonna take a look at how's Jamie gonna be doing. How's it gonna be going forward? How's he gonna be going? It's gonna be slow going. If it's a stroke, it's gonna be really slow going for him. Getting better. It's gonna take a long time for him to, depending on what he's affected. But I mean, a stroke, even a minor stroke, is a huge deal, right? As we know. So, and there's so many nowadays, right? Everybody, all ages, um, are suffering strokes now. Suddenly, it's very common, and heart attacks and myocarditis. But it's all supposed to be it's all the new normal now. Oh yeah, it's just normal for a 4-year-old to get myocarditis. Nothing to see here. I mean, the way they're manipulating the information and everybody's perception and trying to manipulate everybody, it's this war for the mind, war for the mind. That's all it's about. Like Alex Jones said, it's a war for your mind. So how's it going to go for him in general? Like I don't do health readings, but I'll look in general how it's going to go for him and him with everything. How's it going to go with his healing? Hangman, so hanging out for a while, see his mind. It's stroke area, so he's going to be talked about. They're going to bring him out and show him up, but he's not going to be able to do much. He's just going to sort of just be um, take a long time here. Hangman's like waiting and waiting. Still always going to be a lot of controversy over the videos that they're showing and their deception. So there's like the two sides of, and they're creating controversy as well, and creating drama, and of course that brings the clicks as well. But they're obviously going to be continue to be fears and worries about what's really going on and the how we're being deceived And you can kind of see his face up there. Those are the global predators up there looking down at all the people, they look at us as dogs over here, and they want to sick the black against the white and all that nonsense. And well, he is going to continue to get lots of support from people, love and support, of course. People are very concerned about him. It's going to be a big story going forward. Okay, and I get strength upright, which is good. So I do think that he will be taken care of well. I kind of see this as his daughter's taking care of him. And you see the hand on his mouth. They're going to control what he says when he speaks out. I'm sure they're taking care of him and and giving him his medications and whatnot. So I think that I see this as like a nurse or like his daughter's there. So I mean, of course, he's being very well taken care of, and I saw that in my meeting I did about a month ago. But he's also being controlled. But he is being very well taken care of course. And he's very loved and there's a lot of support. But and he will get stronger. He will definitely get better. Whether he'll get 100%, maybe. I mean, maybe he'll get close to that. I don't know though if it's Vax injury. I think all in all, because this is sort of like you're a prisoner. When you're a patient, you're like a prisoner. It's like you can't do anything for yourself for a while. And it's you're just stuck to the hospital bed, right? So yeah. So it's going to be, I think it'll take a long time, and people are going to be watching and talking about it and covering it. But he's going to get all kinds of support that the average person wouldn't get, because this is a worldwide story. So he's going to be getting the best care and whatnot. And so he should make a very good recovery, but he's going to be very monitored. And I think he's probably always going to have some sort of he's gonna, if you have one stroke, you got to worry about another one. So there's gonna be constant monitoring, constant care, constant control as well. What he says about it, what happens. Yeah, if he's blind, yeah, going forward being blind, right? Because you can't tell that maybe that's why he wasn't walking around in the boat. Like, either he couldn't walk around, or if he's blind, you can't see. He wasn't talking to anyone in the audience that was cheering him, and I'm sure he could hear that. And maybe that's why the cheering was so loud, so that he knew they were there. I mean, right, right. Let me just ask real quick. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's supposed to be blind. Somebody said, who was it? Mike Tyson said that he's blind. Yeah. Let me see here. Is he blind? Has he been blinded? Hmm. I'm gonna go with a yes. I see this as the patient, and again, the head is emphasized. And you can see here his eyes are it looks like his eyes are closed. Where the hell are they open? Oh, he's looking, they kind of look closed to me. He's looking down, I guess, sometimes, but he looks closed to me right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a yes. I think he's still very much healing. It's like a patient here. He's still needing to a lot of more healing and prayers too as well. But yeah, he almost died. So he's lucky to be alive, actually. Yeah. But you know what? Okay, I get the idea with this circle on his forehead, sort of like a they can make blind people see now, right? They can put things in your brain, implants and whatnot. If that's what Elon Musk does. So even though he may be blinded, it is possible he may get his sight back somehow through some neural link or something of that nature. So it is possibly that he might artificially with AI be able to get it back. Yeah. So that might be a possibility. May get some bionic AI eyes. Can you imagine? He'll be able to see in the dark. Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, big learning curve. Yeah. So, yeah, he's still healing. He's not 100%. This thing is a deception, as usual, by the globalists lying to us, lying to us. He's still very much a patient. And the culling continues unabated because no one's going to realize what's what. They're still very much in control. So even though things go, they don't know what's going to happen. Things get a little crazy. They know how to confuse and diffuse the information and obscure and obfuscate. And people look over here, look over here, look at this video, not know the truth going on. It's continuing, even with such a prominent person injured. They're trying to keep people. They're keeping the lies out. Keep people who are upset because they are a criminal organization, and it's all about the PR. That they control everything, the social media, the mainstream media, everything. So, yeah, I'm not buying it. It's more smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors to keep the the peasants happy, keep the peasants cheering, yay! When in reality, it's not yay. It's still very much injury and a tragedy. That's what I think. That's what I'm getting. All right, so that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna end this here. I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. All right, take care. Bye bye, everyone.